Hello, my name is Danielle St. John, and I am running for Congress in California's 49th District. And today is Election Day, so I definitely wanted to jump on and give a quick update as to what's going on. So far, we have, I think, about 15% of the vote counted. And my district is actually in two different counties, right? So it's a little bit, obviously Orange County is treated a little bit differently than San Diego County, but just wanted to show you guys real quick. This is from Channel 10 or ABC News in San Diego, and just wanted to show you the numbers. So here, I just wanted to show you that in San Diego, so this just came out today, that we were told that San Diego has about 1.7 million voters, and about 1.1 million voters were mail-in ballots, right? So that means that we are going to have one heck of a time getting these votes counted, right? So basically, what I suspect is I think the last time I checked, I was about like 0.4% of the vote, right? So I think at 15% of the vote, what we've got going on, I called in, I think what we have going on is that there is only a small percentage of voters that actually get to go in and use the machines. And the machines are obviously the ones that get the tallies first, right? So that's our first representation of the polls, right? Of who's going to win and who's not going to win, right? So, but that's really misleading because there's still a lot of votes out there. There's still a lot of ballots that haven't been counted. And I know, like myself, I am mail-in ballot, and I actually was switched and went, to no party preference for some reason, possibly because I was a Bernie supporter, but I switched back to Democrat, so that's just another like little kind of funny thing that I wanted to mention, is that we all get switched around. I don't know if that's normal, but especially in San Diego, like I said, I was a Democrat, and then I was switched over to no party preference, and then I switched back to vote for Bernie, but I still was only allowed to do a mail-in ballot, right? If you registered to vote within the last 6 months leading up to the California primary in 2016, you were not on the voting rolls. You weren't able to vote if you didn't, provisional ballot. So any chance that they possibly can give to give a provisional ballot, they did. So now what they've done is, it's kind of crazy that, between one election and another, so many people are now mail-in ballot. And I think it's a way to control the vote, honestly. So really what you're seeing now are the people who have always voted establishment, who are showing who they are voting for. I suspect once this wraps up, I'll be about 1% of the vote. And that's what we were getting from those Democratic polls, right? So just, I think at this point, I just wanted to kind of regroup. I mean, tomorrow's definitely a different day, but I think we kind of need to figure out where we're going to go from here, honestly. Like, you guys, if we want to go the route of using the system that we have in place now, then I think we have to throw everything that we have, all of our energy, into making sure the vote is counted. But I think the more important question we should ask ourselves is it really worth the energy? Are we going to make that enough change with our free time? Nobody has any, right? So do we really have enough manpower and energy and time to fight for this system? Because if we do want to fight for this system, and if you guys want to fight for this system, let's fight for this system. But I think it's probably in our best interest to figure out where we should be putting our energy and try to unify on it. So the people who are specific oriented on issues, right? So if you've got something that's Medicare for all as your passion, can we elect officials who actually would get those kind of policies passed? So if the answer is no, which, I suspect that if we don't watch every single ballot in California get counted, half of them are going to go into the paper shredder, So we've got a choice here, and I'm not, and actually I believe at every major or at every Register of Voters office in California tomorrow, there's going to be meetings about election fraud. So I would definitely go to these meetings if you guys can, and I can. As soon as I find out more information, I think I just got it not too long ago, so I can post it in the comments. But if that's the way that you think we should go, then that's the only thing that I think matters right now. Is because, if we can't even get the right kind of representatives in, then really, what's the point? So do we want to do that? Yeah, possibly. Or do we want to focus that energy on planting gardens and feeding ourselves? And I think that's a question that we should all really truly ask ourselves. How much faith do we have in this system? And I think that a lot of us probably have too much faith in this system, right? So it's still early, right? Who I could be wrong, but even the fact that you look at this two-party system that's being very represented, and the other parties, not really being represented. You can already see that, when there are progressive candidates in any of these races, even the Democrats throw them under the bus. They throw establishment whacks at, look at what they did to Doug Applegate. He was supposedly, the most progressive Democrat. He is the most progressive Democrat in the race, and I'm sure the Democrats knew. They must have known that he was going to run again, and so in response to that, what did they do? They threw 3 more establishment Democrats in the race. It's I don't know if we have enough time and energy to be fighting not only the other side but our own side, right? So I think that we should all really just, in the next few days, as we watch these votes come in, I think that we should really really think about where we want to spend, where we want to use our energy, because we know that this movement is going to continue. This revolution is going to continue, obviously, past the California primary. So I think at this point, we need to figure out how to unify and where to go next and where best to use our energy and kind of focus our energy on one common goal. So I think, like I said, either election fraud and election integrity, making sure that our votes are counted and counted accurately. I think, again, money out of politics is a huge thing that we should be kind of striving for. But until our vote is counted, can we even talk about any other progressive policies? So do we want to do that, or do we want to put it into the people? We want to put this energy into the people, into feeding ourselves, into cooperating, within our own communities, right? I think that, we'll probably have more confirmation of how our system is flawed, and how we are going to have to sit through another at least 2 years of establishment candidates destroying our country and the world with our tax dollars. So I think we're all going to really need to think long and hard about how much more time we put into this system, and until we start, thinking about putting it into ourselves. So I think that's all I have for now, unless there's any. No comments.
Check?
Yeah, please, if you don't mind. I guess I can probably check.
Yes, you probably could. It's probably easier.
Well, I don't know. Actually, can I do it on?
You could do it on Firefox.
Oh yeah.
It's
Okay.
probably easier on phone, but it's up to you.
Sorry. Hold on, guys. Awesome. Okay. So,
Collection rainwater, make us dependent on corporations, so glad you're doing this. Yeah.
okay. All right. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. I mean, it's, and again, I haven't said this, but thank you. I've had so many kind words of encouragement over the past. I mean, just this whole campaign. I think I've had a lot more positivity than I've had negativity in this primary. But especially today, I've just gotten a little bit of extra love. So you know, I really appreciate you guys. Well, okay, now I'm getting.
Oh my God.
I've had so many.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
enough of that. Okay, all right. So no. So if there's no questions, then I'll leave it at that. I'll definitely do an update. I'll try to do an update tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I can do an update tomorrow. And so I guess that's all I have for today. And then I'll keep you posted either on a live stream or just in on Facebook as to where this race is going. But we're definitely not even. We don't even have half of them counted. There's 15% reported, and we don't expect. I think what I read was Thursday would be the first opportunity for a full count on this. So, all right, guys, I will talk to you guys soon. Have a great night. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna put this up just real quick, one more time. If you guys decide that going the election route is the way to go, then this is the man of the hour, and we need to help make sure that we hold him accountable. So, in San Diego. You know, this is the Register of Voters in San Diego. He's the county registrar, and there's going to be a meeting tomorrow. I would suggest everybody look up time and dates and our times tomorrow. And if I find anything, I'll put them in the comments. So, all right, have a good night. Take care, and I'll talk soon.